Hello, I'm Sheriff Rambosk, and I want to welcome you to On Scene.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Rayco, coordinator for the Do the Right Thing program with the Collier County Sheriff's Office Youth Relations Bureau. And I'd like to welcome everyone today to the first ceremony of the school year. This is the very first Do the Right Thing ceremony. Every month we receive anywhere from 30 to 50 applicants of students all over Collier County in both private and public schools. Kids that have gone above and beyond the call of duty. Some of the examples include starting a charity or a fundraiser. Someone might have found a wallet of money and turned that money in immediately to the trusted adult. Or it might be someone that saved someone's life that was possibly drowning or was drowning. These are all fantastic things, exemplary behaviors that need to be recognized each month. And that is what the Sheriff's Office believes in.
Shelter for Abused Women and Children's 25th Anniversary Celebration.
Yeah.
My name is Carolyn Teeger, and I am co-chair of the Shelter's Communications Committee, and I also have the honor today of co-chairing this event along with Joanne Remington. I want to take time to recognize all of the officials who are with us and who've come out today to help us celebrate the Shelter's Silver Anniversary and also kick off National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so as I call your name, would you please stand up? State Representative Kathleen Pasadomo. Florida State Attorney Steve Russell. Assistant State Attorney Rich Montecalvo. Collier County Commission Chair Georgia Hiller. Collier County Commissioner Donna Fiala. Collier County Commissioner Tim Nance. Collier County Sheriff Kevin Grimble. Collier County School Superintendent Dr. Kamala Patton. Naples Mayor John Sorey. Naples Police Chief Tom Weschler. And Marco Island Police Chief Don Hunter. What a lineup we have. That's incredible. Before our first speaker comes up, I want you all to know that Governor Rick Scott has issued a proclamation recognizing October as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And he's also sent a very personal letter to the shelter in honor of its 25th anniversary, and I would like to share that with you at this time. Governor of the Sunshine State, it is my pleasure to commend you on your 25th anniversary of the Shelter for Abused Women and Children. Thank you for your commitment to end domestic violence through empowerment, advocacy, innovative programs, and services. Your efforts to serve those in need and provide resources for your fellow Floridians are greatly appreciated. On behalf of the people of Florida, I appreciate your generosity, compassion, and caring attitude for others. As governor and as a father and a grandfather, I take the health and safety of Florida's families seriously. While we've made progress in making our communities safer, the reality is that even one violent crime is devastating. I am committed to making our communities safer and making Florida the greatest place to live, work, and raise a family. Congratulations again, and thank you for your dedication and conscientious leadership. Sincerely, Rick Scott, Governor.
So 25 years ago, a group of concerned citizens in Collier County recognized a critical need to offer protection and support for victims of abuse and their families. Having raised a modest down payment, these volunteers braved resistance from neighbors and converted a fourplex in East Naples into Collier's first domestic violence shelter. The shelter opened its doors in 1989 after being granted 1 year by the County Commission to prove that its presence would not pose a threat to residents in the surrounding neighborhood. The shelter proved to be a good neighbor, but by 1999 had outgrown its space and found itself unable to meet the growing demand for services. Fortunately, the shelter had made some very special friends over its first decade. Among them, professional golfer and analyst Ken Venturi, whose wife Bo had been a faithful volunteer and shelter board member. Venturi set out to host a once-in-a-lifetime golf tournament that raised close to $1 million in seed funds that would become the Bo Venturi home. A state-of-the-art 60-bed secure facility complete with on-site kennel, counseling offices, and an inside play area for kids. After the completion of the Bo Venturi home, community support for the shelter continued to soar, and the shelter flourished. Programs were expanded in Naples, Immokalee, and Bonita Springs to include Gentlemen Against Domestic Violence, Elder Abuse Response, the Women of Means Initiative, and Human Trafficking Services and Support. The shelter began the design and construction of 4 transitional living cottages to offer qualified families a safe place for an extended stay on their road to self-sufficiency.
My honor and privilege to participate in the recognition of the 25th anniversary of the shelter. In that regard, I have a letter that I'd like to read, brief letter to the board of directors for the shelter for abused women and children. And it reads, congratulations on your silver anniversary for serving the survivors of domestic violence in Collier County and the extraordinary contribution that the shelter has made. We at the State Attorney's Office are proud to partner with the Shelter for Abused Women and Children in combating domestic violence in Naples and Collier County. We have a mutual goal of providing compassionate, caring, and effective services to the victims of crime, a goal that our partnership helps to ensure is met. Please accept this plaque in recognition of the groundbreaking work as a model domestic violence center done by the shelter and signed and dated today. And in addition to that letter is a plaque. And Linda, perhaps I want to congratulate you on your excellent leadership over the years. If you would come out and perhaps accept this on behalf of the board. And the plaque reads, Award of Excellence in Advocacy in recognition of groundbreaking work as a model domestic violence center for the state of Florida and the nation. The Shelter for Abused Women and Children, Naples, Florida, and dated today, appropriately signed. Congratulations and good luck.
Also, my pleasure to represent the men and women of the Collier County Sheriff's Office and recognize the 25th anniversary of the shelter. And a state-of-the-art shelter it is today. You know, I was thinking a little bit about how I would introduce our recognition for the shelter today. I have a plaque, which I'll read in a second, and I'll ask the director to come up. But, you know, in 1978, as a law enforcement officer for the city of Naples, we had domestic disputes. We didn't even have what is today termed domestic violence. Nor did we have the laws that assisted law enforcement today in making a difference. But I can tell you the thing that we missed the most, and we didn't understand that because we never had it until it came into being in 1989, but was a place that we could bring victims and their children to keep them safe, not only for the rest of the night, but for the rest of their lives. And when we tried to make those decisions early on, the best we could do was find a hotel, find a friend, find some way in which to keep those victims safe. Today, we have a much simpler, a much more professional way to assist them, and that's really what I'm here for today. And I'd like to ask Linda to come up, and we would like to recognize you formally. To the Shelter for Abused Women and Children from the Collier County Sheriff's Office, in recognition of your 25-year commitment to the victims of domestic violence and your partnership in keeping Collier County a great and safe place and providing those victims a safe haven for now and for the future, we congratulate you on all of your efforts and what you've done for this community and the shelter itself. Congratulations.
Recognizing 25 years of progressive leadership in ending domestic violence, presented to the Shelter for Abused Women and Children. And I'd like to read a special message from Tiffany Carr, who is President and CEO of the Coalition. The Florida Coalition Against Domestic Violence is proud to recognize this important chapter in the history of the shelter. Today's ceremony recognizes 25 years of progressive leadership in ending domestic violence in Collier County's homes, schools, businesses, and neighborhoods. The shelter represents an important component in the fabric of your community, as it is the only state certified domestic violence center in Collier County. For the next 25 years to come, under the direction of Executive Director Linda Oberhaus, the shelter will work to change the attitudes, knowledge, beliefs, and behaviors that tacitly support domestic violence. I congratulate your community for gathering today and participating in this momentous occasion. Signed, Tiffany Carr, President and CEO.
We hope you've enjoyed our program, and we look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you for being our partner for a safe community.